Hey guys, today's devotional comes from Mark chapter 3, 31 through 35. Then his brothers and his mothers came standing outside. They sent to him, calling him, and a multitude was sitting around him. And they said to him, "Look, your mother and your brothers are outside seeking you." But he answered them, saying, "Who is my mother or my brothers?" And he looked around in a circle at those who sat about him and said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of God is my brother and my sister and my mother." You know, God was just showing me like his will is thicker than blood. You know, we've heard the saying, water or blood is thicker than water. And we have hold this family bond, I think, higher than the will of God. You know, and I'm telling you, and I've experienced myself, and I've known other people to experience in their walk with God. There'll be moments in your life where your parents' command will conflict with what God has told you. And this is a perfect example of Jesus doing something that is in God's will that conflicted with his family. His family probably needed him. That's why they were seeking him. You know, Mary, if she needed Jesus, she would call to him. And she knew he was an obedient child. She knew that he was a good son, and he would do the things that she would ask. So that's why they were seeking him. You know, hey, we need Jesus to do something. But it conflicted with what God had him to do. God had him do, like, he had him there to speak to those people. So, like, your blood will think what they're doing is more important than the will of God. And sometimes it's going to be for you to set those boundaries. You know, like with your family and saying like, "Look, guys, this is what I'm doing. This is what God's told me to do. I'm going to do this." You know, I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings or you don't understand, because they didn't. You know, I bet you they heard Jesus say like, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" You know, Mary might have taken it as disrespect. You know, and then he probably had to correct her like, "Mom, look, all due respect, I love you, but I gotta do the will of God. Hey, bros, I love y'all, but I gotta do the will of God. And the people who do the will of God around me, that's my family. Now, if y'all still want to be family and do that, hey, I gotta get in the will." But you see what I'm saying? Like, it all matters when you are in the kingdom of God. Like, it all matters, the will that you're doing. Like I said, sometimes it will conflict with your parents' will. You know, so like, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty if you ever have to do that. And this is what I'm wanting to show you guys. God's will is thicker than blood. So remember that today, guys. And that's today's devotional. Y'all take care, all right? Meditate on it. All right, y'all be blessed.